Welcome back, everybody, to After the Huddle. As always, it's your boy, Jacob, Jared, Devin, all the way to the far right. Man, crazy week 4. Crazy week 4.
I mean, at this point, it's nothing new.
Nothing's new. Nothing's ever new. It's just
lost another player to injury.
Yeah, I lost R.Rice.
Same.
I drafted R.Rice in the 9th round in Devin's league. I was like, oh man, what a steal! What a fucking steal! 9th round.
He was a keeper for me.
ACL, huh?
Yeah.
They haven't said it yet.
They haven't said if it's a tear or if it's a strain. Because if it's just a strain, he'll be back.
Yeah.
But if it's a tear, he's gone for the season.
Yeah.
If he has a slight tear, I don't know. He could be back for playoffs. It's possible.
I'm seeing people on Twitter talking about they just need to suspend him already now. While he's out, while he's hurt, because Bond just got the 4 games. Bond got suspended for 4 games.
Yeah, I've seen that. I did see Vaughn get suspended.
So they're saying, well, just go ahead and suspend Rice now while he's out and hurt. Let him just serve his time.
Yeah. Anybody go crazy for y'all? I had Malik Neighbors go crazy for me in the league.
Malik.
I had Nico Collins as well.
I did too. In Donnie's league,
I won in Donnie's league.
Yeah, DK won me my league.
Yeah, I won. I had Nico Collins in that league.
I needed because I had 4 people in that game. Yeah, I had St. Brown, Laporta, Detroit's kicker, and DK. DK fumbled, so that didn't really help me out that much. But
yeah, Nico got me 27.
And
Jordan Mason got me 23.
I think the last 2 minutes of the game.
Go ahead.
Achane and Robinson though killed me. Robinson only 9 points against the Saints. 4 points for Achane.
Patrick Mahomes killed it for my fantasy. It was
Josh Allen is killing me, bro. Josh Allen is killing me in your league. 2 weeks in a row, he's killed me.
Not as much as Trevor Lawrence is killing us.
Our quarterbacks are killing us in general in that league.
Yeah,
but
that's my other money league, Derrick Henry. That's who it was.
Oh yeah, Derrick Henry went absolutely nuts.
Dumb.
I won a parlay this weekend.
I hit one too.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I won a parlay this weekend. Devin won 2 parlays this weekend, huh?
About maybe 3. Just to build my stuff up. Yeah, back it went from like maybe $40 to $90. So
okay. Yeah. I've won 200 over the last 2 weeks.
Nice.
So it's not too bad. 100 a week. I'll take it. Any game of the week that y'all had that y'all thought was great? I can't believe the Saints gave up that game to the Falcons, bro. It's 2 weeks in a row the Saints have gave up a game in the last quarter.
This is me off, bro. I really it's
like classic interception in the first half.
It's winnable fucking games, bro. Like you don't allow the offense to score at all. You know what I'm saying? Boneheaded plays by Shaheed and Adebo. You got injuries already to add to injuries on top of it again with Taysom Hill. You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't it Adebo or was it Taylor that got that PI call within the last 30 seconds of the game? Adebo?
Yeah.
Somebody on Twitter said that of course it's the infamous pass interference call that we all know and love.
How about that Derrick Henry run? What was it, 75 yards?
The opening one?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that one, but I seen the stiff. I seen one of the stiff arms he put on.
Bruh, he went crazy. You watch it and you're like, there's no way he's burning these DBs.
Right.
After all these carries that he's had, all the tread on the tires, from high school and junior, like all on until his pro career, to get where he's at, and he's still playing at this kind of level is top tier.
Yeah, because I remember me and you talking. You're like, I don't think Derrick Henry's gonna have a good year.
I didn't think so, bro. I thought he lost a step. I won't even lie. I thought he lost a step. I think the only person that I'm kicking myself right now for drafting this year, I should have drafted Saquon in Devin's league. I should have.
You took Swift up, didn't you?
I had a chance to, and I passed it up because I was not paying attention.
Let him fall all the way to pick 10.
It's a lot. A live draft is a lot different than a.
Y'all play lottery draft?
Live draft.
Oh, live draft. Oh
yeah, we did a live draft. Live draft's a little bit different than.
I like those.
Yeah, it was fun.
If my homeboy, Will Jacob, if he joins back next year, I'm gonna invite Jared into it.
I would have a 12-man league,
possibly, because Will just took a break. So
yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now though, if we have a 12-man league, you're gonna have to get rid of one flex position.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and probably cut down on the roster position too.
To be honest with you, I think if we go 12-man league, we should only have one flex.
We'll talk it over later.
Or we can have two flexes, and then that second flex could be a boom or bust player.
True.
I'm cool with that. That's not a bad idea if that happens.
I'm trying to get an extra IR spot added to Donnie's league. Because right now,
I think we have two.
We only have one.
I think we have two in Devin's league.
IR, two.
Yeah. What y'all's fantasy records looking like?
Oof.
Overall right now, or just this week?
Well, like all out of all years. I'm 2-2 in Donnie's league. I'm 3-1 in my dynasty league, my alone dynasty league. I'm 1-3 in our dynasty league. I'm 1-3 in Devin's league, and I'm 0-4 in the league I won last year, bro. I'm pissed. I'm having bad production.
Production and injuries, or just production?
Just production.
In that one,
same for me. Like Donnie's league, I'm 2-2. Our dynasty league, we're 1-3. Keeper league, 3-1. And I think the takeover league is 3-1.
3-1.
Yeah, so I'm in first place in both of those now. Oof. I have a pretty commanding lead on first place in the keeper league.
2-2 in my league, 2-2 in my dynasty league, and then 1-3 in my work league.
Yeah, man. I had last week. I had Cook. He got me 5 points. Bijan Robinson got me 11. Singletary, who was going against the Cowboys defense, right? Who is the worst defense right now with the run? He got me 4 points. My kicker only got 2 points. Like, it's just I drafted Mark Andrews, so of course the first few weeks he hasn't done shit.
Yeah, that's me in first place.
I got Likely sitting on my bench in Dynasty. I still got remember that problem I had. I'm probably going to drop Gesicki. That's probably going to be the one I drop because I'm not going to drop Taysom. He's too valuable on the Saints offense. Then Dalton Schultz. It's either between him and Gesicki. Is that what I'm going to drop?
Yep. Yeah, I'm ready for this week to start. Who plays tomorrow?
Atlanta and Tampa.
Atlanta, Tampa. That should be a good game. Who y'all got? I got Tampa.
I think I'm gonna go with Tampa. Tampa's kind of hot right now.
Yeah. But they're the underdog. I wonder why. I was trying to figure out why.
Are they in Atlanta?
Yeah. Well, that's possibly why. Yeah. But I mean, they ain't really got much of a.
You get a 3-point swing when you're at home.
At home.
Yeah. So if it's like -2 or -1.5, something like that, -2.5.
They're in Atlanta.
Then they think that then Vegas believes that they're even teams, but Atlanta gets the edge because they're at home. They were playing in Tampa Bay. I guarantee you, Tampa Bay would be the favorites, and that's just the way it's looked at. But y'all ready to get into these games, man? That working on it.
One more thing. Aren't you from Tampa? Aren't you from Florida?
Well, I grew up. I was born in Virginia, lived in Guam, Cleveland, Key West.
Okay.
Here.
I was just wondering if any of y'all have family over there out that way from the hurricane.
No, I got some friends over there. They made it out okay.
My thing.
Tanner was out in Tampa, I think.
Tanner was out in Tampa.
So all the victims out there,
Yeah.
We went through similar shit. So.
Yeah, I've seen some videos. It ain't especially North Carolina, dude. It's bad out there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's tough. But all right, let's get into these games. First off, we had the Bengals win over the Panthers 34-24. Chase Brown goes 15 carries, 80 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jamar Chase, he has 3 receptions, 85 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, the Bengals did what they were supposed to do. They finally get their first win of the season over one of the worst teams in the league. You know what I mean?
Beat them by 10.
Beat them by 10?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not ideal. Andy Dalton is playing now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different offensively look for Carolina. So Bengals had to go put up some points. And the Bengals defenses look god awful. Bengals defenses look absolutely terrible over these last few weeks.
Yeah.
Something's got to give.
It looks pretty bad right now. I don't know who they play this week. They play Baltimore this week.
Yeah, Cincinnati plays Baltimore.
You want to start Justice Hill?
Possibly. I don't know yet.
He led them last week in catches.
Catches, yeah. I've seen that.
And then I also left Chase Brown on the bench.
Yeah, that one hurt.
I can never tell who's getting the hot hand with them.
Yeah. Yeah, that one hurt. I ain't gonna lie.
I know.
You remember that parlay, that first quarter parlay? Lost by
you hit on a first quarter parlay?
I lost by 5 yards from Josh Allen. That one that I
5 yards by Josh. That's tough. 5 yards away or 5 yards over?
5 yards. I don't know if y'all can.
I think it was away, wasn't it?
He was supposed to go over. Yeah, he's 5 yards away.
He only had 40 here.
Yeah, he was 5 yards away.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's tough.
Yeah, I was mad.
But yeah, so I mean, on the flip side, the Panthers here, they're fighting to maybe not be the number one.
They're 2-2 right now.
Yeah, they're 2. No, they got one win.
I thought they were 2-2.
No, they got one win. They're 1-3.
They're bottom of the division because it's us in Atlanta, and then Tampa Bay leads the division.
Okay.
Technically, y'all are third, and Atlanta is above y'all because they got a division win over y'all.
Right? Yeah.
We're third in our division too, which is odd.
That's because
of Tua.
Because of Tua in Miami. And hey, bro, I said Miami was going to take a step back this year. I didn't think it was because Tua was going to get fucked up.
They just Jalen Phillips, I think their DN just got surgery too, so he's not playing. We just lost David Andrews too, by the way. Our center.
Yeah. Well, your center.
Yeah, our center.
Yeah. I said our center. Thinking about
I heard
Dynasty. Thinking about Dynasty.
We don't play.
And I was like, wait a minute, we don't have linemen.
Yeah, we don't do the player one.
Speaking of which, Falcons, they skate by on the Saints 26-24. Saints led in total yards, third down efficiency, time of possession, and had less turnovers. Still lost the game.
Pitiful. Like I say, injuries, fucking 2 boneheaded plays to give them points. Like, and it's not like points off. I mean, it's points off a turnover, but it's not like, field goal. We stop them to get it's touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? So you're not coming back from that. 14 points off the rip.
Once you look at it, what was the first 2 points? The first 14 points for Atlanta was that muff punt, which is stupid.
Yeah.
And then I think he threw a pick six.
That's what I say. You go down 14 that quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's tough to come back from. So
Yeah.
you're fighting.
Yeah, you're fighting to get. But I mean, the defense. Y'all had a lead.
Yeah.
Y'all had a lead. So it's not to say that wasn't there. And then they had the pass interference call. It's gotten pretty far down the field.
My take: we're still the better team. We just beat ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, look at the banner. It says y'all led in total yards, third down efficiency, time possession, and had less turnovers.
It's wild. It's wild. And the fact that we can't, we like, Jamal Williams does not have any explosiveness. Kendra Miller needs to fucking hurry up and come back from whatever injury he has, because we haven't seen a lick of him. And
I was say, I don't.
There was promise. There was promise. So, like, and the only optimism we have to look at this is that we didn't look it to be 2-2 at this point of the season. So, but it was just the way that we lost. You know what I'm saying? So
It's tough. Tell you what, I thought the Falcons would be a little bit better, but man, Bucks are looking good. Mayfield's got that team rolling. We'll talk about that game a little bit later. Next, we had the Texans. They came back, won over the Jags 24-20. Stroud went 27 of 40, 345, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Jags led the entire game up until 18 seconds left.
I know that one's got a sting.
Talk about giving it up. I mean, there's pretty much no excuse for this. Trevor Lawrence has to be better.
Yeah.
He has to be better.
It's getting bad because that graphic I sent you, what was it?
Deshaun Watson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the stat was, but I mean, he as of right now,
he's playing worse than Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
He's playing worse than Daniel Jones right now.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's bad. Daniel Jones is actually playing to a level where he's not losing games. Trevor Lawrence is playing so bad that they're losing because of it.
Yeah.
Like, Daniel Jones has not been the reason why the Giants have lost. It's not been the reason why the Giants have won, though, either. We did win a game. He wasn't the reason.
No, I'm pretty sure Cozy can contest to this. But you know who the OC is over there in Jacksonville? Press Taylor.
Yeah, we talked about that, actually.
Yeah,
we talked about that. Now that I'm thinking about that. Yeah, we talked about how the Jags offense was going to take a hit with him being offensive coordinator. Yeah, that was in the offseason when they hired him.
Yep.
I think Cozy came on the show for that, if I'm not mistaken.
He might have.
Yeah. But, I mean, the Jags just have to be better. There's no excuse for giving this game away. Like I said, they led all the way up until 18 seconds. Stroud threw a beautiful touchdown pass. Man, that's a tough loss.
Yeah.
That's a tough loss to take.
Yeah.
But man, look at Stroud though. Man,
hey.
he's looking so good.
Do you think Bill goes to Jacksonville?
I don't know if Bill Belichick's going to go to Jacksonville. Do you think that can happen, Dev?
Nah. To be honest, I think he's done. Like, I don't think he's coming back.
Bill said he wants to coach, and there's opportunities.
There's opportunities, but I don't think
Giants could fire Dable.
Do you really
I don't want them to.
Want him after the Falcons passed on him too? You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
I think the Falcons were just heading in a different direction than what they wanted with Bill.
I mean, you got Dallas with McCarthy.
If Dable has a bad season, he could be fired. It's possible. I don't think it will happen, but it's possible.
Yeah, Dable. Sirianni.
Yeah, if the Eagles falter, especially if they get to the playoffs and lose in the first round, people are going to be upset.
Yeah.
How old is Bill?
Old enough.
Old enough for him not to come back. He just needs to go. Fade off into the distance.
I mean, he's got all these like sponsors in there now.
I mean, everybody wants to come back. You know what I'm saying? Like you quit after for so long, and then you're just like, oh well, now what do I do? So everybody has that feeling, but I really don't think he's coming back. Like
Well, yeah,
of course you're gonna say that. I miss it. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, you're definitely gonna have that urge. It's not to say that you won't have that urge to go and want to go back and play. I'm sure, but when you see these games on TV, I guarantee you're like, man, those dudes are flying. I'm glad I'm not taking those hits right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a different animal. A lot of people don't understand that. It's different.
Is it the same animal but a different beast?
What the fuck does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
You're welcome.
What the fuck is he talking about? That's a great commercial. But all right, next up we got the Broncos. They win a defensive matchup against the Jets, 10-9. Jets had 13 penalties for 90 yards. I don't care how or which way you put it. That's coaching. 13 penalties for 90 yards is coaching.
discipline.
Probably, I didn't watch the game, but probably a lot of false starts, probably a lot of holdings.
Rain
Discipline.
game.
Yep.
Lack of discipline. Exactly. It was lack of discipline.
Yeah, Rodgers was getting beat up. He was getting hit.
It's because the Jets' offensive line is terrible.
Yep.
We knew this going into the season.
Yep.
And then it shows because you lost the fucking Broncos 10-9. You could have did that last year with Zach Wilson.
There's been a lot of talks about Garrett Wilson not being all that right now. Well, not really right now, but like in general.
Garrett Wilson does not have a quarterback, nor does he have a secondary guy to take any kind of pressure off of him.
Yeah.
I don't believe in Mike Williams because he's a little bit older, slower, and he's been injury prone. I don't believe in Allen Lazard because Allen Lazard's about 34 years old as well. They got all these old guys surrounded by one young stud.
And now they're trying to go after another a 31-year-old
Devontae Adams, who's also been injury prone. Unbelievable.
They just want to get Rodgers as buddies. That's really what they want.
It's unbelievable how much they're willing to do and still not have a football team that can line up correctly and play it down without having a penalty thrown. That's on Saleh.
Yeah. I think Saleh's job's in jeopardy too.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
No, it definitely is. But yeah, there's not much to speak on with that one. 10-9. It's a boring game. But it's a defensive game. But penalties makes it a boring game.
Bo Nix threw his only touchdown.
Yep. And they won that bitch. Got to give them credit. Packers come back, fall short against the Vikings. The Vikings win 31-29. Darnold goes 20-28. Hey, what's up, Sports Addict? Appreciate you joining, bro. Jared, I got Colts Patriots tickets for December 1st.
Interesting. I'll probably be working.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those are probably cheap because y'all suck so bad.
I mean, it's all right.
They're actually probably gonna win that game. I would take the Colts over y'all.
I wouldn't blame you.
Even with Richardson.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame you.
But anyway, yeah. Vikings end up winning this one 31-29. Darnold goes 20-28, 275, 3 touchdowns and an interception. I mean, I think we're really in a discussion right now. Could Darnold, if he continues playing like the way he's playing, Vikings keep on winning games like they're winning games, could Sam Darnold be a contender for MVP?
As of right now, I think he is, but I also think he's definitely going to lock up comeback player of the year.
I believe so as well. I think what's crazy is the two guys that I think that are playing probably some of the best ball of their careers right now is Sam Darnold. With three of them. Sam Darnold, Geno Smith, Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, Baker's playing out of his mind.
Yeah, all three of those guys who came into the league first few years in their careers, first about 5 years, they didn't look to be all that. They came in, they started being backups.
That's what
they sat for about a year or two, and then they came back swinging. Now, because they got a chance to learn.
Yeah.
and see it from another perspective.
Two of them went to Carolina too.
Yep. And guess who's over there?
Andy Dalton.
Yep. Andy Dalton, Red Rifle. And be honest with you, he was never a terrible quarterback.
No.
He's had bad years. He's had really good years. I would never say he was great, but he also had a great wide receiver.
AJ Green.
Yeah. AJ Green was a monster. Took Baker 4 teams. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, Geno's bounced around the league too.
Yeah, I mean, look at the game where he got thrown in. I think it was the Raiders game when he played for the Rams. Got thrown in that week that he got there.
This is Sam Darnold's 4th team.
Yeah. Because he had drafted with the Jets.
Jets.
People forget, like he was a top 3
overall pick. Yeah. So he got drafted by the Jets. Then he went to Carolina.
Yeah.
Then he went to San Francisco. Now he's with Minnesota.
Yep.
So like it sometimes it takes guys time. The talent is there. They just have to get used to the speed of the game. It takes people a little bit longer sometimes.
And if you look at it right now, each one of those, Geno, Baker, and Darnold, they all have offensive-minded, play callers.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of Seattle, I mean, Seattle's head coach is a defensive-minded, but they got a new offensive coordinator. I can't remember. Shane Waldron left. I seen the graphic. I don't know if you saw it.
I didn't see the graphic.
But JSN had said something about it, and somebody went and pulled up to pick the graph before Shane Waldron was when he was there and when he left. They showed JSN running like 4 or 5 routes in general. After he left, they showed him running like 15 routes or whatever.
Mm.
The yardage was insane. From when he was there to after, he put up 115 yards the day after the day before this picture came out. And then they compared it to DJ Moore. Same thing, just vice versa.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it just takes guys a little bit longer. Took these guys a few teams. Geno went on quite a few teams.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see. But I'll tell you what, if Darnold keeps playing like this, and imagine Sam Darnold wins an MVP, what are you gonna do? The Vikings, like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna sign him back? You just drafted JJ.
Yeah.
So how, like, are you going to take him back? What are you going to do with JJ at that point?
We talked about this right before we came on. I think now JJ's hurt. He tore his ACL, MCL, one of the two. I don't remember which one it was. So he may not be fully up to speed by the time the season comes back. Granted, fact, it was way so like
he'll
early.
be ready. He'll be ready by next season.
So I mean, what's to say like they want to play it safe, but when the season comes, they want to start Darnold for a minute and then throw him back in there.
Yeah, but like you said, what happens if people are throwing other teams? Because he's only, like you said, he's only got on a 1-year contract with Minnesota right now. So what happens at the end of the season? He wins an MVP, and then you got other teams like the Giants who need a quarterback. Carolina needs a quarterback. Raiders need a quarterback. Jags, if Trevor Lawrence isn't going to work out, like, I don't think that'll happen with the Jags, but you got teams that are looking for quarterbacks right now. They could go snag up Sam Darnold if he has an MVP type season.
I don't think Darnold's going to want to go back to Carolina.
I don't think so either. Maybe he'd go back to New York just on the other side, wearing blue.
I could see that. That's if Dable stays.
I mean, I would like Dable to stay. I really don't think it's Dable's fault. I think we're really limited by Daniel Jones. He's not good enough to win you a football game, and sometimes he loses a football game all on his own. That's a bad combination to have.
Yeah.
If you had a player that was making great plays and that would win games for you, but you also had players that didn't play at all, or played and just kind of like fluctuate between being a great player and being a bad player.
Yeah.
You get these hot and cold streaky guys all the time. But to be an okay player at your ceiling, your top ceiling is an okay player, and your bottom ceiling is one of the worst players in the league. That's terrible. That's not a player you want to have. If Darnold had a great season, does JJ ever take another snap from Minnesota? That's what we're just talking about. That's what we're saying. Like, it's possible that they could sign him back because Jared brought up the fact that he did want to go to Minnesota because of O'Connell.
Yeah, he's got a lengthy relationship with O'Connell.
Yeah. So I can understand him. But what happens if he has an MVP type season?
Wins MVP.
They say they make it to the NFC Championship game.
Let's take it further. Let's say they go to the Super Bowl.
Oof. If they could,
let alone win.
They beat San Francisco already. I mean, they could.
They win it or lose or whatever. They just get there. He gets there.
He gets there and has an MVP type season. There are going to be teams throwing money at him. The Giants, like I said, the Giants, Raiders. Maybe he goes back to the Panthers. Cleveland. I don't know what they're going to do with the Deshaun contract though. They got some teams that have bad quarterbacks on contract. But the Giants can cut Daniel Jones this season and not take a big cap hit. And then on top of that, you wouldn't sign him to a max 5-year deal worth $200-something million. You sign him for about 3 years, like a Baker deal, like what Baker took in Tampa Bay.
You know what would be an interesting team to watch right now? With Tua.
Maybe he could, yeah.
Let's say Tua calls it. You know, it says he's like, I'm done. I want to, take care of my health and everything. And you say he's done. What if they go after Darnold?
They could go after Darnold.
He could fit in with all that speed down there.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be
because
nice.
I mean, he would just go from playing with JJ to Tyreek.
No, you're definitely right. Yo, what's good, Alex? Yo, what's up? We talk about it. Sam, you think Sam Darnold will go somewhere else if he has an MVP type season? Or do you think he'll stay? I just don't think Minnesota is going to want to pay for him to so much money to be a backup unless he takes a huge pay cut. Because if he has a great season, there are going to be teams throwing money at him.
Yeah.
I mean, where do you think he would go, Devin? Do you think he would stay in Minnesota or go take the money and be a starter somewhere?
I think it all comes down to, like y'all said earlier, when he's already been into 4 teams. This is his 4th team. You know what I'm saying? Is he going to have that same production he's going to have to learn a whole nother offense maybe? You know what I'm saying? Going to have to get used to another coaching staff again. Familiarity is always, you know what I'm saying?
No, and you're right. You definitely have a point. But my thing is
the money is the money.
He's not going to make more than 6, 7, maybe $8 million a year as a backup. But he can go make probably about 25, 27 million being a starter for a few years at another team.
Yeah.
Because say the Giants go horrible. They get like the 2nd overall pick behind a team that needs a quarterback. Guess who they're going to draft? If they get Sam Darnold in free agency, guess who they're going to draft at number 2?
Hunter.
Travis Hunter. I would lose my shit.
I wouldn't blame you.
Because they wouldn't go quarterback at that point. They'd go cornerback because we need a cornerback really bad.
So you're saying you wouldn't even play him at wide receiver if y'all drafted him?
No, we would play him. I mean, we would probably have Pat. I think I said this to people that I work with. I think that that he should come in and play as a corner, but also have packages for him as a wide receiver.
A Dion package.
Basically. I just don't think he should play every single snap both ways. It's crazy.
Hey.
In the NFL, it's crazy.
It's not very often you see that either.
You don't see it at all.
That's what I'm saying. Like the last time I remember seeing it was, I think one of the later Super Bowl runs that we had when we played the Ravens.
Yeah. Because
Julian Edelman played wide receiver and corner, and he covered Anquan Bolden.
Yeah. I remember when Gronk tried to play safety.
Shut up.
Devin, do you remember Gronk tried to play safety? It's the Miami Miracle against the Patriots with all the ladders. Drake, it's got the edge. Gronkowski doesn't have the angle. That shit was great.
Right now, Actually, I vaguely remember it now. Yeah.
It was a kick. It wasn't a kick.
It was a pass. They did
Yeah.
like a hook slider with some laterals,
Yeah.
and then Kenyon Drake ended up getting the ball, and he faked the pitch, and then ran up and then got to the sideline, and Gronkowski was playing the safety spot and couldn't get there. He took a bad angle
Still don't understand why we had Gronk back there.
because they thought they were gonna
Do the Hail Mary.
throw a Hail
Yeah.
Mary. Yeah.
Jump
Man.
pad, jump
He's got to
pad.
leave, but I don't see him going back to North Carolina. Yeah, I don't see him going back to Carolina either. I'm just throwing out teams that definitely need a quarterback. All right, let's move it on. They had the Colts. They held off the Steelers 27-24. Joe Flacco came into the game after Anthony Richardson got hurt. He goes 16 of 26, 168 yards, 2 touchdowns. Justin Fields playing out of his mind right now.
Yeah.
He had 22 and 34, 312 yards, a touchdown. He added another 2 touchdowns on the ground.
He also had a fumble.
He did have a fumble, but I'm telling you, that's another situation. What are you going to do over there with Russell Wilson? Now, granted, they did lose this game.
Let that
They were 3-0 before this game. Now they're 3-1. They're still sitting pretty in that division because the Bengals have started off slow. Ravens started off a little slow. They seem to be back on track. And the Browns, their offense is terrible.
Here's what they could do. They ain't paying him. They're not paying him a damn thing. Trade him to Miami.
Trade in Miami, yep.
You're not paying him. I mean, if anything, you're paying him the league minimum.
Yeah.
Because Denver's still paying all that
Denver's
money.
paying all that money for his contract. Yep.
I say a team like Carolina. Cause just to mentor you, Bryce Young.
But they got Andy Dalton over there.
They got Andy Dalton, but like I said before, Andy Dalton's proven like he's just a back. He's good for a couple of games. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna take you to the promised land.
And I will agree, it would serve a little bit more purpose because Bryce Young is short, like Russell Wilson. He tries to extend a play like Russell Wilson did, you know.
And like
they do have similar play styles. I see where you're coming from with that,
right.
with that assessment.
Play styles, yeah. Size, like body wise, nah.
What do you mean? Russell Wilson's like 5'11".
I'm talking about like stats, like.
Well, I mean, yeah, Russ has a little bit more weight to him.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the height because Russ has to deal with the same thing that Bryce has to deal with, is trying to look, and he can teach him how to look for ways to get around that kind of stuff. You know, Bryce Young need to call up Drew Brees. Say, how did you see over these big, tall motherfuckers?
Tippy toes.
And that motherfucker used to kill me every single time I see him in the pocket. That motherfucker. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker he looked like he looking at the ceiling, bro. It's bad.
That's all right. He made it.
That's how he got all those damn passing yards.
I'm telling you, fucking throw it up. Michael Thomas down there, Marcus Colston down there somewhere.
Yeah, so I was say Colston down there somewhere.
Grab in the red zone. He's somewhere. Just throw that bitch up. He gonna go get it.
Devrion down there somewhere.
On the flip side here, do you think the Colts start Joe Flacco, or do you think they come back with Anthony Richardson?
Probably come back.
I don't know. I saw something today about Bleacher Report saying that Richardson feels good to come back.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah,
he feels good.
He's a big Uber bus player, in my opinion, though.
Yeah.
What are you saying, Dev?
I was saying I think more of your question was he's feeling good, but it's more of like the coach's decision. Is that what you were asking?
Exactly. Do you think as a coach, like, do you still? I mean, I'm pretty sure he hasn't really done anything to lose the starting job, but I also don't think he's done something amazing to be able to say that he's the guaranteed starter.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
And then
he's still
in that case, they need to be having competitions at practice.
Yeah, he's still sitting on the fence. But all right, we're moving on. We got the Bears. They beat the Rams 24-18. DeAndre Swift finally does something. It means absolutely nothing because I lost in those leagues. 165 total yards. He had a touchdown. Rams 2 turnovers in a offensively injury-riddled team. No Puka, no Cooper Kupp. I think they're down a lineman, missing some guys on defense. They got Matt Stafford, Kyron Williams, and a bunch of people that we barely know.
Yeah.
So Bears defense is pretty good. Caleb had a decent game. He did what he was supposed to do. Don't go too crazy. If you need to make a hero play, make a hero play. Every play doesn't have to be a hero play.
Yeah, it looks like he's somewhat set. He looks like he's settling in now.
Well, he settled in this game, but
last game he had 300 yards.
Yeah, but that's because he also passed the ball 50 times, and they still lost. If you forgot about that,
Who did they play last week?
The Colts.
Okay. Yeah. I remember he threw like a pick. I think he threw like a pick six, or he threw a pick in general.
He threw a pick.
Okay.
But yeah, man, Caleb, he's settled in this game because, like I said, he was trying to do too much in those last few games that he's played. He didn't try to do too much, but it also helped out that they got Swift involved in the passing game early. They got him out in space, and that's what you need to do because that's where he's going to excel at. You know, you can't run it between the tackles, especially when your offensive line is terrible.
Yep. God awful.
It's bottom 5 in the league. But Devin, did you draft anybody from this Rams team? Any Puka Cooper game? Any?
No Kyron, no nothing.
I got Kyron.
Only thing maybe is I just picked up Kobe Parkinson because I got both Sam Laporta and the Dallas Goedert on the bye. So it was about
already being taken care of.
Yeah, I saw.
So yeah, it's already being taken care of.
Yeah, I got him in no league. I took him out on. Next game, we get the Bucks. They dominated against the Eagles. I mean, they came out swinging. It was 21-0 out the gate.
Yeah.
33-16 was the final score. Baker Mayfield goes 30 of 47, 347, and 2 touchdowns. No turnovers from Baker. Total yard difference, 445 for the Bucks, 227 for the Eagles. Almost doubled what the Eagles had. Granted, no A.J. Brown for the Eagles, no Devontae Smith. I mean, that's still no excuse for why the Bucks put up 445, came out the gate swinging, and you were down 21-0 in the first half. There's no excuse for that. I mean, Mayfield, like we talked about earlier, playing out of his mind right now. That contract that the Bucks signed him to, looking like one of the best contracts in the NFL right now.
Yep. Baker's found his home.
Yeah, he has. He's playing well in Tampa.
Warm weather. You know, he's got weapons around him.
He's got weapons around him.
A
decent offensive line. Not crazy, but they're decent.
He's got Mike. He's got Mike locked up. You got Chris Godwin.
You
got Rashad White and
Cade Otton.
Yeah,
I like Cade Otton.
Still young. You still got Bucky Irvin. You just drafted him.
Just drafted Bucky Irvin. You got pieces on the defense. I still like Vita Vea. Still got White over there. Devin White.
Devin White's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, who am I thinking about?
Levante
David. Yeah, that's who I'm thinking about. Sorry. Yeah, Levante David's still there. You got some pieces. Defense is getting worse. I don't disagree with that. But they played well this game. But like I said, once again, no A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
No Devontae Smith. That does mean something for people that don't think that it doesn't. It definitely means something.
Yeah, Barkley had that big run.
Barkley did have a big run. Got tackled, though.
Yeah.
Got tackled, though. Did Barkley have a touchdown for you? I believe so.
I think Barkley scored.
He might have.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure White is on the bench for the Eagles. Oh, yeah. No, I meant the Eagles defense. Oh, yeah, the Eagles defense is getting worse. Well, I do think that the offense had some part to play in it by just coming out really flat. And if anybody has watched Eagles games at all, you'll know that this is what they do.
Yeah.
They come out flat in the first quarter. They go down early, and then they're playing catch up the entire game.
Barkley didn't have a touchdown.
Barkley didn't have a touchdown. Okay. Yeah, no, I do agree with this. Where the Eagles' defense is slowing down a little bit, in a sense. But that's to me. I don't think it's so much just getting worse. I just think that they had a bad game. They came out flat against a team that's rolling hot right now, and you can't dismiss the Bucks right now.
Do you think it's the secondary for Philly, or do you think it's the defense in general?
I think it's the defense in general. I mean, you got young pieces in the secondary. I mean, Reed Blankenship, who I thought was played bad last year, has played much better this year. Quinyon Mitchell has had his moments where he's looked really good, but he's also shown that he's a rookie.
Yeah.
You know, Cooper DeJean, they haven't really played him much. I'll tell you what, the guy that I think has been getting burnt the most is that Maddox dude.
I think it's Devontae Maddox.
Bro, he's been getting killed all season, bro.
CJ.
Yeah, he's been getting killed. So, I mean, CJ had a great play last week to win a game. That was against Atlanta, huh? No, not Atlanta.
Unless it was last week.
Yeah,
it was against Saints when y'all went for it on 4th down, and he met that dude. He met old boy in the hole and just creamed his ass.
Was it CJ?
Yeah, it was CJ because that was the play that his helmet was coming off, and they almost threw a flag, but they said that it was coming off anyway, so it just kind of fell off on its own, even though it didn't. He took it off. But yeah, I mean, we'll see a shake back like we talked about Atlanta and the Bucks play Thursday night. That should be a good game. We had the 49ers. They handled business over the Patriots. 30-13. Mason gets 24 carries, 123 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, did anybody not see this coming?
right. I knew this was coming.
Yeah.
Out of all games, I knew this was coming.
Yeah, this was a 10-point spread for those that did not know.
Yeah.
That was a 10-point spread. In the NFL, 10-point spreads are unbelievable.
Yeah.
And if you would have took that 10 with the Patriots, you would have lost. I mean, there's not much to talk about this game.
Not at all.
Fred Warner had a
pick six.
Pick six.
That was just Jacoby.
Patriots could not stop the run. Y'all were getting killed.
Our defenses look bad.
Yeah, defense.
We can't tackle.
And I don't even think it was your secondary so much. Brock Purdy had a decent game, but he didn't go crazy.
Gonzo's still locking up.
Yeah, like the secondary looked decent. I think it's your front four. Your front four can't stop the run.
Well, we're missing Christian Barmore. He's out.
Judon being gone hurts, I think, a lot too.
Yeah, well, that's why we got that Keon White dude. He's doing pretty solid for right now. Yeah, missing Christian Barmore right now that's our nose tackle. He's the one that basically stops the run and everything. We're missing him with blood clots.
Yeah.
So that really hurt.
That's terrible.
Yeah, and then Jawan Bentley went out. He's on IR because he tore his pec.
This is real.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, our team's falling apart.
Devin, did you pick the Patriots to win this game?
I do not.
Quick go back. I think we all had the Bengals here. I believe we all had the Saints, if I'm not mistaken. I had the Texans.
We had Houston, yeah.
Did you take the Jags? Or did you take Houston?
I had Houston.
Okay. I took the Jets here. I think we all did.
Yeah.
I took the Vikings here. Did anybody take the Packers?
I didn't.
Not sure. I got my thing, but you can go to the next one. I'll figure it out.
Next show.
Yeah, I'll have to start keeping tally.
Packers. I had Minnesota.
Okay. Here, I think I think I had the Steelers.
I had Steelers.
I think you had the Steelers as well. Yeah. I had the Rams here.
Yeah, you had. Yeah. I think
we missed a pick show. Remember?
Yeah.
We missed a pick show. So I had the Rams.
I remember you saying you had the Rams.
Yeah, I had the Rams against the Bears. That was going to be my upset pick. It almost came true. I did. You had the Vikings over the Packers. He's a Packers fan. That's what makes it funny.
Jordan Love almost came back.
It was close.
If
I had the Bucks over the Eagles.
I'm trying to think of what his name. Oh, Tucker Kravis. If he doesn't fumble that ball, they were down 9 points at that point. So they could have gone down and scored.
Yeah. This was part of my parlay right here. This game here. Commanders, they stomped the Cardinals 42-14. Jaden Daniels goes 26-30, 233, a touchdown, interception, but he also threw in 8 carries, 47 yards, and a touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr., he had over 100 yards rushing and a touchdown in this game. Man, the Commanders' offense is just on fire. I mean, it is MBE's on fire. Like Jaden Daniels, I am so jealous. I told my dad every day that I talk to him, I'm just like, hey man, how's it going? Yeah. No, I'm really jealous y'all have Jaden Daniels, man. I'm really, really jealous. Because I was like Dable, I knew he was gonna be this type of player. I said it before the draft happened. I said he's better than Caleb Williams.
It came out and said that they had him over Caleb.
Who? The Giants?
No. Washington had him over.
Oh well, yeah, I don't doubt it, dude. This kid, like, and he's showing the two things that I literally said that he was going to show when he played at this level. He was going to show poise in the pocket, no fear whatsoever, not one bit of fear. He's going to stand there and make throws, and he's going to make the right decision. And you know how you can attest to that? By the lack of turnovers that he has and the fact that he has probably the highest completion percentage in the league right now, maybe only behind Geno Smith. I could be wrong about that.
He's got the best completion percentage coming in like within, I think, 4 games.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
You know who he beat? Just take a wild guess on who.
Pat?
No, Brady.
Brady? Yeah. That makes sense because Brady's and I will say this, it does attest to Cliff Kingsbury's offense. You know what I mean? But man, that defense, not looking good. I mean, it looked good against the Cardinals, but this is the Cardinals. You know, it's not a top tier team.
I mean, they had to get into a shootout with Cincinnati.
And I told my dad that I thought that was gonna be how they were gonna have to win games this year. But right now, the Commanders, they're sitting number 1 in the NFC East.
Yeah,
they're sitting number 1 in the NFC East. And I said before this Sunday, you asked me what my hot take was this year. I said I see Jaden Daniels winning Offensive Player of the Year and leading the Commanders to a playoff spot. They could win the division.
Yeah.
There's a fraud on top of there.
Nice.
In history, yeah. In history. It's the best 4 games completion percentage in history. It's unbelievable what he's been able to do. And my dad, he always tells me, he's just like, yeah, man, but I keep getting flashes of RG3.
I understand.
And I'm like, yeah, I get it. Because he's smaller than RG3 was. So, I mean, it's definitely an understandable thing. But yeah, I had the over in this game in my parlay. It was over 51.5. The first half scared me a little bit. It was like 17-7 going into halftime. And I was like, oosh, this does not look good. But then the Commanders just came out. Two touchdowns in the third, 2 touchdowns in the fourth. I'm like, chalk it up. So, it was great. I had this one in. This one got voided because it was the Chiefs limp past Chargers 17-10. Mahomes goes 19-29, 245, touchdown interception. Mahomes not really looking Mahomey. Looking more like Majonesy.
No, this dude. Friendly fired on him and Rashid Rice too.
Malawrency.
Jesus Christ.
McWatsony.
Are you done?
A little bit, yeah. I'm done.
This man started going to the mix like McDonald's.
McRichardson-y. McLevacy. Oof. He has been looking McLevacy.
Hey, speaking of
especially with the turnovers.
That dude's something else.
Oh, Levis. Yeah, we'll talk about him a little bit later. But yeah, I had the Chargers +7 in this game. It ended up getting voided. I would have won 115 if they could have just scored a field goal. Ended up winning like 70, something like that. I think it was like 65 or 70, something like that. So, but not bad. I'll take it. Win's a win. Win's a win.
Yeah.
So.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, on the flip side, man, I mean, the Chiefs defense just stepped up big time. They shut down the Chargers run game, shut down J.K. Dobbins. Lad McConkey got a touchdown though. No, I mean, the Chargers were up. They were up 10-3 or 10-7, I think, at one point. They were up. Gave up the lead. Couldn't score again though. They could have just scored. Even if they would have went into overtime, I would have automatically won my parlay.
Yeah, I think Herbert got banged up again too.
He was dealing with an ankle injury going into the week.
Yeah, they didn't have Joe Alt either too.
That was a big one.
Yeah.
Raiders, they hauled off the Browns 20-16. Sean Watson though had a terrible game. 24 completions, 176 yards. That is god awful.
I mean, when has he had a good game this year or last year?
No, it's not. It's not looked pretty. The Raiders. I had the Raiders. They were underdogs in this game. I had them upsetting. They ended up upsetting. That was part of my parlay as well. I had the Commanders Cardinals game going over 51, Chargers +7, Raiders money line win, and that's how I ended up winning my parlay. So not a bad one.
What is their record? The Browns.
They are 1-3.
Didn't Kevin Stefanski win the Coach of the Year award last year? Isn't that looking like a fluke? I said
it's not looking like a fluke because of what happened last year.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they lost a lot of players. A lot of players got hurt.
Yeah. Joe Flacco took them to the playoffs.
Joe Flacco carried them to the playoffs.
Yeah. Right.
And that defense.
But I mean, shouldn't you be able to still do that with the guy you paid what?
Oh no, the contract looks bad. Contract looks terrible. But we said that when it happened. You gave him a fully guaranteed contract. That was dumb.
Yeah.
And he looked cooked. From the moment he started playing for Cleveland, he's looked cooked. Gee, I wonder why. Maybe because he got $260 million guaranteed. And now he doesn't care about his job.
And missed the first 12 games.
He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care. Why should he? He had a scandal. He's not gonna make the pro. He's not gonna win a Super Bowl. That man just got $260 million, and he's gonna say sign on to this league after that contract's done. I promise you. Watch.
Should have not in before.
It could be. He's gonna play it out because he has to get cut in order for it to. If he retires, I don't think it's fully guaranteed.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He not retire. I'm saying about cut.
But if he gets cut, Watson was low-key balling his last game, but he was getting beat down. I mean, yeah, they are missing 2 offensive linemen right now. I will say that. But the thing is 24 completions, Alex, 176 yards. That means every completion that you had was short as hell. Maybe had 1, maybe 2 go for over 20. But those are short completions. And he threw a pick.
I haven't been watching much of the games, but have they been able to establish a run game with Jerome Ford?
No, not too much.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That does hurt. I do agree with that. It does hurt the situation more. But Chubb did get his practice window open, so he'll be back within the next 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I got him in 1 league, so holding on to him for right now.
I feel you.
See what he does. But next we had the Ravens. They breezed past the Bills, 35-10. Lamar had a good game. 13-18, 156 yards, 2 touchdowns. Derrick Henry though, 24 carries, 199 yards, and a touchdown. Absolutely unbelievable what Derrick Henry. He's getting hit on every pass. I understand that, but like I'm saying, he hasn't played well. He didn't play well in the first week, did he? I think that was the only game they won, and they didn't play well.
Lost to Dallas.
Thank you. They lost to Dallas. Who'd they beat? It had to have been week 3 because the Giants beat them week 2.
Who played last week? They played the Bears last week?
Did they? I can't remember. I can't remember who they played last week. But, I mean, Ravens, they look like they're starting to get into a groove. That's a team who I think is getting into a groove right now.
Jacksonville.
A little bit scary.
Didn't they play Jacksonville?
Hold on.
I want to say it was somewhere in the South.
They played Vegas.
Huh.
No.
It was Jacksonville. Giants beat them week 3. Week 2 was Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Who did we lose to week 2? Oh, yeah. We lost to the Commanders when they kicked 7 field goals on us. Unbelievable, bro.
And
Still laughing.
Henry had 2 touchdowns because that's what won my parlay. He had that big run, and then he had another touchdown. And
he had a receiving touchdown.
Yeah,
he had a receiving touchdown.
Yeah,
but that's just his rushing stat. I didn't throw in the other one.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, he did have 2 touchdowns though. We were trying the last few ones we were trying to roll past him as quick as possible because we were short on time. But yeah, no, I mean, I'll be honest. I'll be the first to say I was wrong. I had Derrick Henry. I thought Derrick Henry was going to take a step back this season. I did think that I thought it was going to make Lamar look better, but if anything, Lamar is making Derrick Henry look 10 times younger, 10 times better. Yeah. I mean, he's still burning cornerbacks and safeties for 75-yard runs,
putting motherfuckers in the ground.
Yeah, bro, stiff arming people like crazy. He still looks like Derrick Henry in his prime. I mean, he's a little bit slower. I don't think he's as shifty as he could be, but he's still a monster.
Brother, Derrick Henry and Saquon in my dynasty. I love it.
That's crazy.
I love it.
It's absolutely crazy. All right, moving on. We had last couple games here. These were the Monday night games. I think they had 2 Monday night games. They had the Titans. They beat up on the Dolphins 31-12. Titans had 142 yards rushing. Meanwhile, the Dolphins had 10 penalties, 98 yards. Once again, it's coaching. Although I will agree, them having Tua and not having a quarterback that could really run that offense like they need to, is a problem.
Yeah. I mean, they don't have Tua, no Skylar Thompson. They lost their starter, their backup. I mean, what can you do at that point? Because you're basically going for waivers at this point.
Yeah.
You sign Tyler Huntley.
I mean, they could trade for Jameis at this point, and it'd be better than what's going on right now.
They could.
Like, because this is tragic what's going on with the Dolphins right now, and the fact that they aren't making any moves whatsoever to try and rectify the situation is, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the Jets of last year. You had no plan if Tua went down. Skylar Thompson, even when he came in and played, looked terrible. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it just doesn't make sense to me why they're just sitting around doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
So, but it is what it is. I mean, Titans people.
Oh, okay.
Kids being kids, basically.
Pretty much. Titans, they got 142 rushing yards, and I gotta admit, man, I'm a little surprised about that. Hill to KC? Nah, he's not going back. He's not going back. Unfortunately, he's not going back.
Yeah, I seen that graphic.
Yeah, it's just he made his bed. He made his bed. He's gonna lay in. KC, I think KC. There's talks that Giants might trade Darius Slayton to there.
What about Hyatt?
No, we wouldn't get away with Hyatt. I don't think they want Hyatt's not. They already got a speedster over there. That they need a guy who. I mean, Darius Slayton is a speedster, but he can also run routes pretty well. He's not terrible. He just had a bad problem with drops a couple years ago. He's played better this season.
Amari Cooper.
I don't know if he fits their offense.
That's fair.
I don't know if he fits their kind of offense. But all right, last game we got the Lions. They got a win over the Seahawks. A little controversy in this game. They had the pass interference that was not called.
Or on DK?
On DK. And then they had a 2-point conversion that was clearly caught that they still said was not caught.
Bleacher Report says Broncos are debuting their retro uniforms, paying tribute to the 1977 Super Bowl team.
But there's a little controversy in this game. I'm not gonna lie. Jahmyr Gibbs, he had 2 touchdowns this game.
Boy, did you see the run with Montgomery?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah, Lions, they definitely got a strong run game. Jared Goff goes 18 of 18.
Perfect. And a
Perfect
touchdown.
with a touchdown.
Two touchdowns.
2 touchdowns, yeah. 2
Yeah.
touchdowns.
Receiving touchdown.
And
you know, somebody cashed on that.
Had a receiving touchdown?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
19,000. I seen one dude hit 20,000 with a Tajay Spears first touchdown score. Tyler Huntley anytime touchdown score. And Tony Pollard to be the last touchdown scorer. All 3 of them
Who
hit.
does Tyler Huntley play?
Tyler Huntley was quarterback for Miami.
Oh, wow. Wow.
He hit on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's a crazy parlay, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Did y'all see that run from Walker?
Oh, where he tumbled over?
Oh, yeah, dude. Where Anzalone, he tackled him, slung him over, but he landed on top of him. And he was holding him on top of him, so he flipped over the other way. Shit was crazy.
Broke that tackle and then continued.
Yeah.
Finished with 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, he had a good game. It was just the Lions offense was just slaughtering.
Yeah.
They couldn't stop Jared Goff. Goff
they couldn't stop the run.
Yeah, they couldn't stop the run, but I mean, even when they did stop the run, Jared Goff was just fortunate for a first down.
Yeah.
So, but
I had a little parlay on that game. I had Jackson Smith and Jimba 50.5 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jared Goff, Kenneth Walker over on 66.5, and then DK 5 receptions.
The Porter actually did something for us last week.
Yeah, he played decent. He played pretty decent. Wasn't crazy, but
yeah, he still got us 15 points.
Yeah,
more than what he's got us.
More than what he's gotten so far.
4 fucking weeks.
Yeah. So, but all right, that's all the games. Thank y'all everybody for joining. Everybody leaving comments. We appreciate everything. Don't forget like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff they do here on YouTube. We talked about Thursday a little bit. Atlanta is at home against the Bucks. I think we all like the Bucks here.
Yes.
Yeah. So should be a decent game. I'm working tomorrow. I'm off Friday and Saturday. So what do y'all want to do? Friday or Saturday work better for y'all?
Friday
works better.
I got a wedding to attend.
Okay.
We do that.
Friday work better for you?
Yeah.
All right. We will be back Friday night to go ahead and pick these games. My birthday is on Sunday. So hopefully I'm off. I'm praying. And I'm hoping for a Giants win. So
hopefully we can get a win against fucking Miami.
It's Miami. If y'all don't beat Miami, y'all got some serious
play.
Got some issues.
Giants play Seattle after coming off that emotional loss. And we just lost to the Cowboys.
And we need Noah Fant to score a touchdown.
And I believe we're in Seattle.
I'm going to send y'all a sheet for y'all to fill out to take y'all picks down.
We can do that.
I'm down with
and
that.
y'all save it.
But
we can start putting it up on the graphic.
Yeah, I'm down with that. But all right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. See y'all Friday.